Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue. Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue.
Flex. Buckle up and join the best. Let's see, relieve your stress. So yes, let the music soothe your soul and keep it going just to refresh. Buckle and enjoy the ride from 2 to the half of the 5. Mondays to Fridays happening live. When we gon' have a ball, you can text your guys. Let me tell you what you really gotta do. You can count on us, we come through. We got everything you need, that's true. Are you ready for the Traffic Avenue? Let me tell you what you really gotta do. You can count on us, we come through. We got everything you need, that's true. An applause for the Traffic Avenue.
Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue. Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, Traffic Avenue, oh yeah.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. City News on 97.3 FM. Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
City News. It's 17:30 GMT. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Umaru Sanda Amadu. Tonight, I'm here with
Hawa Idrisu Mustafa.
And coming up over the next 90 minutes.
We want to do a peaceful march on the 21st of August to the Chief Justice. Because right now, it's not the president that's holding it. It is the Chief Justice.
Proponents of the anti-LGBTQI bill to demonstrate against the Chief Justice following delays in making a decision on the fate of the case before the courts. Also coming up, government launches an ambitious program to deploy earth-moving equipment to local assemblies to fix the roads in your locality. And later on Eyewitness News, we take you to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, where the Federation of Allied Health Professionals, which includes medical laboratory scientists, Physiotherapy Association members, and the Society of Radiographers, they are planning to embark on a demonstration, and they say that is because the hospital, embark on a demonstration, begin an outpatient services strike due to the hospital's failure to appoint an independent body to oversee their operations. We'll be telling you more on that. Stay with 97.3 Citi FM. We also have business news and the latest headline.
Bank of Ghana direct all forex bureaus to demand Ghana card during transactions.
That's in 15 minutes from now. Eyewitness News is live across Ghana on a number of affiliate stations. I'm going to give you a list of stations that you can listen to in case you're going outside Accra and wondering how to stay tuned in. So if you're going to the Western region, I recommend Beach FM. It's on 105.5 FM in Takrady, as well as Sky Power 93.5 FM, also in Takrady. In the Bono region, you should tune to 95.9 FM in Sunyani. That's Greener FM. You can also, if you're going to the neighboring region of Ahafo, Hammers Radio 106.5 FM in Goso is a station you can listen to for Eyewitness News. In the Ashanti region, we are on multiple stations, including Focus 94.3 FM in Kumasi and Orange 107.9 FM in Kumasi. In the Volta region, we are in Tajevu near Akachi on Revival 99.3 FM. In Northern region, we are on the Eastern Corridor via Radio Bimbila in Bimbila 91.9 FM. In Upper East region, we are in the capital Bolgatanga on Tanga 93.7 FM. In the Upper West region, we are in the regional capital Wa on Tunsung 97.3 FM. We are also in Jirapa on 96.1 FM in Jirapa. You can join the conversation also by going to YouTube. We have a stream there that you can follow. We also have a stream live on Facebook. You can give us your feedback to the issues that you're hearing by sending messages to 0549 986 996. That's a WhatsApp number, 0549 986 996. Alternatively, you can go on Twitter, now known as X, and drop your messages using the hashtag Citi Newsroom or Eyewitness News. My handle is at Umaru Sanda. You can also send your message to at Citi973. We kick off with the anti-LGBTQI bill. That bill was brought before the House of Parliament. It's been passed. Now, ordinarily, what happens to bills, per what the law dictates, is that if it's approved by the House, it's communicated or transmitted to the President so that the President would sign and then it becomes law. But if the President does not sign, of course, he retains it with his own remarks. In this particular bill, after the House approved, the House was injuncted from transmitting the bill to the President so that the President cannot even sign. The bill currently is still in the corridors of Parliament, awaiting a decision that will be made by the judges who are sitting over the matter. But it appears the proponents are losing patience on this particular issue. One of the key proponents of this bill is the Ningo Prampram Member of Parliament, Samonati George. He's joined us on the line. So you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Omar. Good evening to you and good evening to your listeners.
Good evening to you too. Before we even talk about what options you are planning to consider, what is the status of all the legal issues in the courts? Because we do know that they say the wheels of justice grind slowly, but eventually justice will be delivered. Where have we gotten to?
Well, there was an injunction. There are two injunction cases against the bill. One by Dr. Mandaodo, who is a lecturer in Winneba, the constituency of the majority leader, Afenyo-Markin. And then
is that necessary?
Then there is a second.
Is that necessary
case. You will understand where I'm coming if you let me land.
Okay.
There is a second case by Richard Delatsky, who is your colleague at Citi FM and also practices in the law firm of Honorable Afenyo-Markin. So those two injunction cases are there. And then there is a substantive case. The injunction cases were argued and judgment was supposed to be delivered on the 17th of July by the Supreme Court. On the 17th of July, the Chief Justice came and said she would not, or the court would not give its ruling on the injunction case, which in effect, if a judgment had been given, will determine if Parliament could transmit the document, the bill, to the President in line with Article 106. She says she will not rule on it until she hears the substantive case. Effectively, she's placing an injunction on Parliament when she knows, as a Chief Justice, that she has no such power and that she's acting in excess of her constitutionally mandated power. The Chief Justice has absolutely no power given to her by any part of the Constitution of Ghana to injunct or seek to injunct a constitutional body like Parliament. And that's why she's hiding behind saying, I won't give judgment in the injunction until I hear the whole case, effectively injuncting Parliament. The Chief Justice of Ghana is becoming a cog in the wheel of justice, and that cog will be taken out.
Now, what do you want the Chief Justice to do which she's not doing? We
pay her salary. Umaru, your taxes give the Chief Justice a Land Cruiser and a Mercedes-Benz saloon car, gives her police protection, gives her a fully air-conditioned house with cooks, chefs, and gardeners. After giving her all of those perks, all we expect her to do is sit down in her office that is air conditioned, paid for by the taxpayer salary, and simply sit on cases and adjudicate them. The Chief Justice has decided that she won't do the job we pay her for. She's going on a holiday. And so what is the desire and demands of the people? What the people of Ghana, through 275 members of parliament, have done. She's going on a vacation. And so we should continue paying her a salary during vacation. And when she chooses, at her own pleasing, she will come back and sit on the case. Well, the Chief Justice is not law unto herself.
Is the Chief Justice not entitled to annual leave? And if she's taking annual leave, why are you making that sound like an illegality or a crime or a sin?
We paid her tax. Our taxes pay her salary to have delivered judgment on the 17th of July. Can the Chief Justice tell us why she failed to deliver justice and give her ruling on the 17th of July on the injunction case?
But she explained that
we paid her salary for July. This month, she's taking her salary. What we asked her to do, which was to give judgment on the 17th of July, she failed to. She has not earned her salary for this month. And she is attracting the ire of the Ghanaian people. And we would express same on the 21st of August.
But why are you making it sound as if your case is the only case or the only work she has on her desk? There are several other issues that she deals with. So why are you making it sound as if she should stop everything else and do what you're doing, or the judiciary should stop everything else and focus only on your case? Why is your case?
Nobody has said that.
Okay.
The Chief Justice had our case before her, before Alexander Afenyo-Markin's case went to her on the appointment of ministers. She found it expeditious to jump over our case and deal with the Roxin case and dismiss it. We didn't complain. We said the wheels of justice grind slowly. Then the Chief Justice, nobody put a gun to her head, announced to the country that on the 17th of July, we will get judgment in the injunction case. She then comes on her own, arbitrarily and capriciously, as Article 296 has warned, people who exercise constitutional power not to do, decides on her own that she is going to stay judgment until she hears the whole case, effectively injuncting Parliament. And she knows she has no such power. And that's why she can't give a judgment injuncting Parliament. Because in the Alexander Afenyo-Markin case, she stated explicitly in that judgment that the Supreme Court has no power to injunct a constitutional body from carrying out its constitutional mandate. Is the transmittal of bills to the president for his assent or otherwise a constitutional requirement? Yes, it is a requirement in Article 106, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the Constitution. Is Parliament a constitutional body? Yes, it is. So she knows it is common law 101 that she cannot injunct Parliament. But because she's decided to become a cog in the wheel of justice, she has decided to act arbitrarily and capriciously, and we must call the Chief Justice out.
When you say she has become
out, we call the president out when we think that the president is erring. We call parliamentarians and ministers and speakers of parliament out when we think that they are erring. The Chief Justice, just like any of those other elected officials or government officials, can be called out when she is acting as a cog in the wheel of justice, which is what she's doing now.
When you use words or phrases like a cog in the justice, in the delivery of justice, that sounds problematic, considering that she's a person who is supposed to be at the top of the dispensation of justice in this country. I'm not sure it would be fair for you to make the statement that you made.
The fact that she sits at the top of the judiciary doesn't mean that she's infallible, and that doesn't mean she's above rebuke or correction when she's acting wrong. The president sits atop everyone in the country, but we all criticize the president. We say that the president has slept on corruption, and say that the president is the mother serpent of corruption. Everybody thinks it is okay for people to express dissent at the president's handling of corruption. Everybody thinks it's okay to say that MPs have no business asking for sirens on our vehicle, and ministers have no business asking for sirens on their vehicle. But ministers and parliamentarians sit atop the legislature. So it is not out of place for us to call out the Chief Justice and judges if they act wrong. And please, our judges have not clothed themselves in glory. We know that some of our judges have given judgment on the back of Aponchi, goats, and Kontomre. So our judges are not one who have, and I'm not saying all, but some of our judges have not clothed themselves in glory. And the judiciary itself has admitted that it needs to clean its image up and that there are problems with our judiciary. And so our Chief Justice is not above reproach. So when I say her actions make her appear as a cog in the wheel of justice, it is within a constitutional right of critiquing someone who has been given constitutional power, because the power she exercises is just constitutional power. Today we see Madame Sophia Akufo. She sat in that office that Madame Getritokoni is sitting in. We've seen Georgina Woods. We've seen Enim Yeboah. Once they leave that office, they are ordinary citizens like you and I. There's nothing extraordinary about them. And she won't sit there and die. It's not a sit that she will sit until she dies. She is put there by the people, paid by the people, and must be accountable to the people. And who should she be more accountable to than representatives of the people? If Parliament has unanimously passed a bill, and now she is single-handedly becoming the reason why the desire of the Ghanaian people is being held in abeyance, we will call her out.
What do you want to be done? So what typically happens in a case, you sent a case to the court, you are given a date, there's an adjournment, and it continues until a determination is made. You've been given a date when the next case would be heard, and then the process continues. This, your demonstration, is intended to do what exactly? That your issue should be dispensed with immediately, and that's it?
Even during vacation, the court sits and hear matters of grave importance and national importance that require urgency. The court can sit during the vacation. And so that's what we are demanding. That this matter is a critical matter. It's a matter that has come before this court. The matter has been pending since March. And like I said, other cases that came after this of equal importance, she dispensed off expeditiously. So why is the Chief Justice behaving at snail pace or acting at snail pace in this? It is contrary to the Chief Justice's own religious belief that she espouses on the altar at ICGC in Tema. It is also contrary to the traditional authority she comes under in the central region. They do not ascribe to what she's supporting. And so the Chief Justice must act expeditiously in pursuit of what she professes. We only ask, and anybody who aspires to the high office of a judge, not to talk of the Chief Justice, must be one of impeccable character whose integrity we can vouch for. And the man or woman's integrity is tantamount to you walking your talk, acting what you profess, what you preach on the pulpit, acting it out. That's what we are calling the Chief Justice to do.
What is your fear?
Oh, we have no fears, because the Chief Justice must bear in mind that she cannot stand in the way of this wind. This wind would blow away anyone who stands in its way. She should go and check the records in the past 3 years. Everybody who has stood in our way has faced the wrath of the people and the wrath of God. And so it's up to her. I have no fears, because and it is out of the abundance.
What I actually meant by your fear is that
it is out of the abundance of caution that we call upon her to be careful, because she claims, and she's done this publicly, that she sits where she sits because it's the will of God. That same God she calls upon is wrath, is one she would not want. The Bible says she's a Christian, and so let me quote the Bible to her. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of God.
My question around your fear is it your fear that if they go on the legal vacation, your case may not be dealt with until perhaps the new year, after which there will be a new government? Is that your fear?
Oh, I have no fear, because, Maru, whether the new government, hopefully by John Dramani Mahama, led by John Mahama, has made it clear that President Mahama has said this publicly, that he will sign that bill once it comes to his table. I have heard that the other running mate from the other political party has also followed suit and said same. So I have no problem, because whoever comes back, the only person who has run away from making a commitment on signing this bill is President Akufo-Addo. And there are very clear reasons why he's running away from it, because of his relationship and affiliation with people who are engaged in homosexuality. That's a known fact. But the Chief Justice has no business in protecting the president from carrying out his constitutional mandate. That's not why she's Chief Justice.
Let's leave it here. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
I'm grateful, Umar.
That's Samonate George. He's NDC Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram Pram. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We'll return with more. Please stay with us.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
One of the best decisions you could possibly make at the start of your day is to tune in to the Citi Breakfast Show. Insightful, intriguing, intelligent, and informative. The Citi Breakfast Show offers an attractive alternative to the noisy mishmash of morning radio. Tune in to the Citi Breakfast Show for passionate discussions on issues that matter and enjoy interviews where duty bearers and decision makers have their feet held to the fire. The Citi Breakfast Show airs from 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. every Monday to Friday, only on 97.3 Citi FM.
Attention, facility management professionals. Get ready for the event of the year, the IFMA Global Africa Conference in Ghana, August 1st and 2nd at the UPSA Auditorium, hosted by the International Facility Management Association's Ghana chapter. This is your chance to meet the world's top FM experts, thought leaders, and innovators. Immerse yourself in groundbreaking keynotes, interactive panels, hands-on workshops, and unmatched networking sessions. Explore the future of facility management in Africa's booming built environments. Don't miss out on the epic gathering of minds and ideas. The IFMA Global Africa Conference, August 1st and 2nd at the UPSA Auditorium. Be there. Proudly sponsored by Fides Group. To register or to sponsor, please call 0558 368 544.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. Now, President Akufo-Addo says his administration has so far constructed some 12,830 kilometers of roads across the country. Nana Akufo-Addo stated this is unprecedented in the country's history. Speaking at the launch of the District Road Improvement Program in Accra, which will see the distribution of earth-moving equipment to MMDs, the president said roads in Ghana will be given an upgrade.
The program is a clear demonstration of our attachment to decentralization, giving local authorities the tools they need to effect meaningful change in their communities. I'm pleased to announce the commissioning of an impressive fleet of equipment that will be distributed to all MMDAs across the country. This fleet of 2,240 units includes motor graders, backhoes, rollers, wheel loaders, bulldozers, tipper trucks, concrete mixers, water tankers, low beds, and other essential equipment manufactured by the reputable Chinese company, Lugong Group of Companies, working in partnership with a dynamic Ghanaian private sector entity, the Josbon Group of Companies. We continue to appreciate warmly the cooperation between the government and people of the Republic of Ghana and the people and government of the People's Republic of China. Long may that cooperation flourish. These machines are not merely tools, they are instruments of change, enablers of progress, and symbols of our dedication to improving the lives of all Ghanaians. The implementation of this ambitious program will be overseen by a 4-member committee at each metropolitan, municipal, and district assembly. The committee will comprise one technical officer from the Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, one technical officer from the Ministry of Roads and Highways, one person from the 48 Engineer Revenant of the Ghana Armed Forces, under the overall chairmanship of Metropolitan, Municipal, and District Chief Executives. Their mandate will be to ensure the highest standards of quality and accountability in the execution of road projects across the nation. I'm happy that this program will create some 10,000 jobs for mechanics, engineers, and artisans in general.
That was President Akufo-Addo. Let's now hear from the administrator of the District Assembly Common Fund, Irina Toshi.
The equipment, such as low beds, water tanks, tipper trucks, backhoes, bulldozers, concrete mixers, and others, is a huge step in capacitating the MMDAs to be self-reliant in fulfilling their mandate, leading to economic growth. It is envisaged that resourcing the MMDAs with these equipments would also create employment, enhance local capacity for infrastructure, maintenance, facilitate the completion of some road projects, reduce delays in road maintenance, and provide better access to essential services at the districts. This is part of the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government's long-term strategy to structurally build the capacity of the MMDAs to achieve economic independence at the district level. I want to thank His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for all the support that he gave to me when I proposed this initiative. To Dr. Mahama Bawumia, who did not just support, but made sure that he broke all the hurdles that I was going through, I say, Vice President Ayiko. I wish to thank the members of Parliament, especially the leadership and the local government committee, for their support in this regard when it was proposed in Parliament.
You heard Administrator of the District Assembly Common Fund, Irina Toshi. Let's now hear from the Roads and Highways Minister, Francis Asensio-Boakye, who says the program will be a game changer.
2024, we are tackling these pressing issues head on, demonstrating our commitment to local government development and economic growth. Through this initiative, we shall undertake critical road maintenance activities, including grading and graveling of unpaved roads, performing minor spot improvements, and installing minor drainage structures. These initiatives go beyond infrastructure. They are about connecting communities, facilitating commerce, and ensuring that no part of the country is left behind. It is important to highlight that the program will complement other significant initiatives aimed at improving our road network, such as the Enhanced Maintenance Program, which was launched yesterday at the Ministry of Roads and Highways.
That was the Roads and Highways Minister, Francis Asensio-Boakye.
So the issue is that the government is launching this drip and so many equipment being delivered to local government offices nationwide. So if you look at the communication that has come through from the government, the president announced the commissioning of a comprehensive fleet of 2,240 pieces of equipment. Now they include motor graders, backhoes, rollers, wheel loaders, bulldozers, tipper trucks, concrete mixers, water tankers, and low beds. These machines are expected to play a crucial role in the nationwide improvement of road infrastructure, according to what the president has said, and indeed the government officials have repeated at the function today. However, the minority side in Parliament has issue with this particular matter. The man who has penned a petition to the administrator of the District Assembly Common Fund is a member of Parliament for Boku Central, who is ranking member on the Committee on Information and Communications. Now, they have written asking for some information. Let's hear from them what the information is. Honorable Mahama Ayariga, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Morrisanda.
So it looks like a beautiful program. The government is going to put machines everywhere so that your local district office in Boko, if there's a problem with the road, they don't have to come to Accra to come and ask the Ministry of Roads or Urban Roads or Roads and Highways or Authority to help them. They can fix their own problems wherever in this country that they are having challenges. It looks all beautiful. Why are you trying to fight this?
Well, thank you very much, Moro, and good evening to your listeners. If government was doing all this using central government money, I will not have any issues. But what is happening is that money that is meant for district assemblies, we have managed, and I'm using managed in a loaded sense, managed to take that money and we are buying equipment and giving to the district assemblies. The idea behind decentralization is that the common fund money should be spent by the districts themselves. If I ask the president to produce meetings held by district assemblies where assemblymen resolve that a grader is their priority and not that school that, has been ripped off by a windstorm, or that village that doesn't even have water for the people to drink, or that rural clinic that doesn't even have a bed for patients. If we had asked him to produce the resolutions of the district assemblies saying that is what they want as a priority, I'm sure he will be able to produce even one. So it might look beautiful, but really, is that the priority of the people? Why don't we allow the people to decide how they want to use their money? This idea of the Common Fund Administrator and then the Minister of Local Government sitting in Accra and purporting to know what the priorities of the people are and, engage in fantastic procurements using money that should have been used to address the real needs of people at the local government is my issue. Assembling 1,000, 2,000 fleets of earth-moving equipment might look beautiful, but we've seen them before. But the question that we are asking basically is, well, they have delivered very, very fantastic speeches, but none of them told us how much is the cost of the project. They haven't told us what the unit cost of each item is. So as a minority, we sat and watched them on television, and we said, but you haven't answered a basic fundamental question. How much does this cost to the taxpayer? So we wrote to the Common Fund Administrator and the local government minister to ask them to tell us what is the cost of these equipment. It's a very simple question. We are not imputing anything. We're just asking them to tell us what the cost is. But I think that these are the manifestations of a failed decentralization system where people sit at the center and spend all the money and leave the local government authorities. Some of them, even how to fuel these machines, how to service these machines, will be a problem. Go there in a year's time and ask for these machines. We've seen it in the past. NDC, we did that. And immediately NDC left office. By the time we realized they had auctioned and sold all these things to people that today we cannot trace. So, have we gone or have we come? Those are the issues, not that we have any problem with anybody getting graders and dozers.
What if there is a private sector person behind this and that could be where the payment is coming from? Do you still would be asking for numbers?
How can the private sector be behind this? The procurement was done using funds from the Common Fund. So if there's a private person then that private person only got a contract to procure the items. That's all. The private person is not the one financing the equipment. And if he is financing or she is financing the equipment, it is so that government will pay later. So it's not gratis. It has to be paid for.
So your difficulty is why we are... Okay, is your difficulty that the figure is huge or that the District Assembly's Common Fund should not be used to fund a project like this?
I don't subscribe to District Assembly Common Fund being spent at the center in Accra. The money should be sent to the districts and let the district decide whether it is a grader they need or a borehole that they want to drill.
But this is a government that has been talking about year of roads, and roads are really a big issue. You do know that. So if we can deal with the road problem from the decentralized side, we do not have to then worry about a national road agenda. Is that not why they are trying to do what they're doing?
But that's the whole problem. The whole problem is that the priorities at the decentralized level should be determined by people living at the decentralized level. Not somebody who jumps and says, this is my year of roads. If this is your year of roads, go and find your money and then procure machines that you can use to implement your year of roads. But when we drafted a constitution and enacted it and established districts and said that, a portion of national revenue should go to the district so that they will spend it there. You have finished spending your money at the national level, and you have stretched your hand and you are grabbing the money of the people at the district level to implement your vision, which is not consistent, most likely, with the vision of the people at the local level. That is the fundamental issue about governance. So you can declare this a year of road. That's beautiful. But then, are the people at the district assembly also saying that this is a year of road for their districts? How about this is a year of water? Because they can't even get water. How about this is a year of dam water for irrigation? Something that you failed to do for them. How about this a year of health? They want to build a clinic. You announced that you were building Agenda 111, 101, 11 hospitals. Not even one has been completed for the district. So if they decide that our priority is finishing a hospital, so the idea that somebody will sit in Accra and say, my vision is roads. And when the constitution says, give money to the local people, let them decide what their priorities. Then the person goes and dips his hands into money meant for the district to implement his vision, irrespective of whether it is consistent with the vision of all the districts. It may be that if you do some polling, you find out that some districts really want roads. But then, do they want to buy the equipment for doing the roads? They want roads, but they may not be the best to keep the equipment and do the roads. We've seen it because they are going to collect the machines and then they will work for a few months. Then the spare parts will start becoming a problem because when they get spoiled, they can't fix them. Some of them don't even have money to pay basic bills at the assembly, not to talk about maintaining this equipment. I said, NDC, we bought this same equipment and we gave to some assemblies. Go around and check. You will not find the equipment because they've auctioned them out. Those that have not been auctioned out are lying there because the assemblies cannot even maintain them. So the year of roads, yes, but use your central government money to implement your year of roads. Leave the assemblies with their monies to decide whether they agree that this is the year of roads or that it should be the year of just ordinary, water for them to drink or to maintain their clinics so that their women can deliver safely. These are the issues that I am worried about. I have no issue with somebody trying to implement the year of roads. If you had bought all of this from central government funds, I don't have an issue. But these are local people's money, and you are spending it in Accra. You are not sending it to them to spend according to their priorities.
Your letter to the administrator of the District Assembly Common Fund sounds friendly. What happens next? At what point would you become unfriendly in your request?
I don't want to impute ill motives. We've just asked for prices. It's up to them to tell us. It may happen that if they tell us the prices may actually be good because when you are buying in large quantities, you expect to have, some discounts, and then the scale will also help you with pricing. It may end up that the price is okay, there's no problem with it. But then I just want us as Ghanaians, as Africans, anytime the politician stands before you and shouts that, oh, I have gotten this for the community, know that it's not from his personal pocket. It's from the taxpayers' money. The first thing he should be telling you also, as he is unveiling and cutting swords and whatever, engage in ceremonies and pomp and pageantry, the first thing he should be telling you is, and the price of what I have bought, for the graders, I bought it at this, for the this, I bought it at that. In fact, if it was a private person and you had gone to his yard and he is, unveiling these things, he will be gladly telling you, though I got a very good discount. This thing is sold in the market for 1 million, but I managed to get it for 900,000. That one is 2 million, but I got it for 1.5 because I drove a hard bargain. But when we politicians come and then we are engaged in this ceremony to unveil projects, the last thing we want to discuss is the price of the product or the item that we say that we have acquired. Nobody wants to discuss prices because there are very serious issues related to the prices. So I want to change the conversation. That any time a politician comes and says, I have done this, the first thing you should be asking is, okay, and at what price? Because this is our money, this is public money. It's not your personal money. It's not like a gift from you to us. It's money that should have gone to our schools that you have decided that you should use it for something else. So tell us, what is the price? So for me, it's a simple question. What is the price? I believe that there might be no issue with the price. If there's no issue, if they tell us the price, we will share with you, the members of the public. If you think that it was a good price, so be. If you also don't think that it was a good price, I mean, it's your judgment.
Very well. Before you go, you went on recess last night. The majority side think it was a premature recess you went on, that there's still some unfinished business. So the leader on the side, who is also the leader of the House, has written a petition to the Speaker asking you guys, well, when I say guys, I mean you MPs, to return to continue with what you are paid to do. What's your view on that, the summons?
I saw it on social media. I'm surprised because if you've been following proceedings for the past couple of weeks, our side has consistently raised the question of quorum, if you recall, because his side were consistently absent to conduct business. There were days when we all just go and sit there and there's no work to do because they haven't brought the work that they needed us to do. And we, because we're a minority, we don't present business. Government is the one that should present the business, and then we then conduct the business. But consistently, he himself, he's been absent. Then on the day that we're supposed to go on recess, you come and you want to load us with unnecessary stuff that you've done several weeks ago. So the Constitution gives them the right to recall if they get the numbers to sign. But if we come back, it is at a cost to the state. And again, that just tells the level of inefficiency with which the MPP government has been running this country. Because when you recall the MPs, you have to pay their T&T for coming, and then you will have to pay all sorts of costs for maintaining the facilities, and etc. What if we could have done all this, shut the place down, the lights are off, the various categories of support staff are not working, and we save this country money. But you will convene the House, we will do nothing for several months. Then when we go on recess, then you call us, so that you can pursue your business that you could have conducted long ago. And this is part of the wastefulness, how we waste public money. And nobody is holding anybody accountable for that kind of thing, that because it is Parliament House. If Parliament is wasteful, we need to let everybody know that Parliament is being wasteful. That money could have built some toilets in some communities. The cost of recalling all the MPs to come back to their constituencies, and then when they conduct business for a few days, to send them back to their constituencies, could actually build a few clinics, could build a few toilets, could alleviate the suffering of some communities. And yet this is the way that this majority leader, neglects his duties, and then now comes and thinks that public money is something that he could do whatever he wants to do with it, and then he's recalling us to come back. If they meet the constitutional requirement, we have no obligation, we have no option but to come back. But
Okay.
it's the public money that they are wasting.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. That's Honorable Mahama Ayariga. He's NDC Member of Parliament for Boko Central. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. The issue he just talked about at the tail end there has to do with petition to the Speaker to recall the House. The man who penned that petition is the leader of the House, MP for Ifutu, Alexander Afenyo-Markin. His majority leader. He's joined us on the line. You're welcome to Eyewitness News, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on your show, and good evening to your cherished listeners and followers out there.
Good evening to you. So can you tell us why you're asking the Speaker to recall the House?
Very well, thank you. So yesterday, in the first place, we were not on notice. When I say we're not on notice, basically, Mr. Speaker did not discuss with us. We heard the pronouncement that he was going to adjourn the House. We tried to engage him. We were not too successful. And eventually, the adjournment synody was pronounced. In fact, the minority leader and myself, my good self, together with others, were trying to resolve this issue regarding the nominees to the Supreme Court on the vetting process, because they had some disagreement. So in the chamber, I noticed that the temperature was boiling. I was seeing rising temperature of a sort through an indication from the minority chief whip. So I engaged my colleague, and we had to move out of the chamber. So we're actually on the third floor discussing a solution to the whole problem when we saw, on the TV what was happening. So we had to stop and rush down. And Mr. Speaker will not even recognize me as the leader of the House. And as part of protocols, we even give our closing remarks. And that was not allowed, and he did not give his closing remarks in that. For me, I think that was very unfortunate, and the whole caucus was disappointed. But be that as it may, this is democracy. The fact that you disagree with a speaker's decision does not mean that you should disrespect the chair. The chair is all we have as a symbol of authority of parliament. Therefore, we as law-abiding Democrats decided to invoke Article 1123 of the Constitution, which allows us to recall Parliament to an extraordinary plenary session, which we have done. We transmitted the letter to Mr. Speaker. An official in his office duly received it and stamped it. The name is Naomi, who is an official of his secretariat. We've been told that same would be transmitted to him via electronic means. So we know that when Mr. Speaker receives it, he would take the necessary steps as enjoined as provided for in the Constitution.
It's strange that you say yesterday you did not know about it. Usually you, a small group of yours, decide what the business of the day is. And I don't know whether the Speaker is in that meeting or is not supposed to be in that meeting. You are suggesting that at no point did you have foreknowledge that the House was going to adjourn yesterday as a leader of the House?
I would simply say, without giving details, that Mr. Speaker's decision to adjourn the House committee yesterday was unilateral.
It was a rule or was the procedure for adjournment? Do you have to propose it for Speaker to agree? Is it a discretion of the Speaker? What's the procedure?
All right. Parliament does two things: runs public business and private business. Private business include a statement from a member or a private member's bill or anything initiated by a member of Parliament. But largely, all other businesses are initiated by government. So as part of the democratic checks and balances, key government decisions are required to come to the plenary. then as part of the scrutiny, the checks and balances and all. So under normal circumstances, the leader of government business or the government caucus will determine, by and large, how parliament business should be prosecuted. Because you are bringing government business. So at any point when you indicate that government has these lineup of businesses, for instance, today, Cabinet took a decision on the free SHS bill, finally, after going through the consultation process, going to the Attorney General, after the minister had listened to all other, stakeholders in the education sector. It came up for discussion, and Cabinet approved it. The next thing is for it to come to the plenary. The stabilization bill. We have the EPA bill. We have some IDA facilities of government. Government had also brought some tax amendment bill before the House. So for me, the fact that we had government business pending, there was no such justification for the adjournment of the House immediately. And this session of Parliament, perhaps, arguably, may go down in history as the shortest period of sitting of Parliament. Because, you see, under normal circumstances, we're supposed to come just after the Easter. You remember that around that time, Mr. Speaker also adjourned Senate upon the receipt of a communication from Secretary to President, and that led to another, merry-go-round, sort of thing. Eventually, we had to file a petition to recall Parliament. We came and transacted business for one day, and then we adjourned again. And then when we were supposed to come, again, it was not in consultation with us. It was Mr. Speaker's unilateral decision, which decision was communicated to MPs that 11th of June. Again, if we had come a bit earlier, we could have had enough time to do government business. Be that as it may, we said it's okay. And we have something to do. And now he says that, look, I'm adjourning. I can also understand aspects of his position. That, okay, he's been alone sitting, and we know that, sitting alone for that long period is not good for, whatever, So, the first deputy speaker is not in the jurisdiction. Second deputy speaker is not in the jurisdiction. But our rules allow for a member presiding. That if all three speakers are not in town, there should be a member presiding. The Constitution envisaged it. That is why it made provision for that. So there cannot be a vacuum at the chair. All right? There can never be a situation whereby there is nobody in the chair. So I disagree that because Mr. Speaker's flight was for 10 p.m. last night, we had to adjourn for his official travel to be taken. Well, it's okay. We have triggered our rights under the law, so we look forward to a decision on it by him. And if all is well, we should be coming back within the next 2 weeks.
The way you are sounding suggests that you don't often get consensus around the leadership of the House, which leadership would also include the speakership. What has been the relationship between the leadership and the speakership since you assumed this role? Has it been a difficult one? Because from what you are saying now, it sounds like decisions are taken without consulting each other, which I believe is what the situation ordinarily should be.
Right, respectfully, I think that I limited myself to this very matter, and I would want to stay there.
That's fair enough.
The question was to the effect that, whether or not we're in the know or why that. And I said specifically that on this decision of adjourning the housing ETA, I was not in the know.
That's fair enough. I spoke to your colleague for Boko Central just before you came on air, and I asked him what he made of your petition to recall the house. And he said, throughout the period you have been sitting, it's almost always been an absent chamber from your side, and that your caucus members do not show up. He even says you yourself seldom shows up in the house to conduct government business. And so it's almost like they've been wasting time. And so for him, going on the adjournment, Honorable Mahama Ayariga says, going on adjournment was the best way out, because it appears your side was not ready to conduct business and you were to bring the business for them to conduct. What do you say to that?
You see, I respect Honorable Mahama Ayariga. He's a senior member and a lawyer for that matter. If he decides to be doing politics and trivializing things, it makes it difficult to debate him. We have the work of the majority leader includes administrative responsibility. The majority leader, since the history of Parliament, does not sit in the chamber 24/7. You are a member of cabinet, you are a member of other bodies, you have administrative work. Everything that Parliament does, it passes through me to Speaker. You have to discharge your work. You have come to the office early to do what you are supposed to do. You attend meetings outside of Parliament for and on behalf of the Parliament. At any point, there must be somebody in charge of government business. So he should not, and I repeat, he should not attempt that type of trivialization by saying that the majority leader was not. How often do I stay away from chamber work? We come in and go out, and there's always somebody in charge of government business. We have arranged our business in such a way that the chief whip is assigned to take charge of proceedings, and the leader of the house comes in as and when. How many times does he find his minority leader sitting in the chamber? They also have their own strategy of, leading the house. So I don't want him to try that thing. In any event, at all material times, there was somebody prosecuting government business. That is it. And he also knows that Parliament does not only work at the plenary. We work at committee level as well. But he himself that was making that allegation. Please go and check the records in Parliament. How often does he attend Parliament? He is not a member of the ECOWAS Parliament any longer. He does not represent government business on any committee or whatever. He's not a minister of state. But does he make time for Parliament? Because he has some other things that is known to him. So it is what it is. He shouldn't be trying to reduce the argument to say that Mr. Speaker was justified, because it means that for them, everything by Mr. Speaker is justified and they support it. They've been in government before. If that is how the Speaker treated them in government, would they have been very happy then? So let's be fair to democracy.
Very well.
And let's be fair to the issue.
Since you mentioned ECOWAS Parliament, I do know that there's some meeting happening in your constituency. Members of the ECOWAS Parliament are here. What is the status? What's happening? What's the update, sir?
Well, there's a joint delocalized meeting of ECOWAS parliamentarians in Ghana, and they are all in Winneba, deliberating on issues of plastic waste and all. Yesterday was the official opening ceremony, and they will be there till Friday.
Very well. We'll be bringing the news as and when we get it from what happens there. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you so much, Mario.
That's Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin, his MP for Ifutu, also Majority Leader in the House of Parliament. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Hawa.
The Kolebu chapter of the Federation of Allied Health Professionals will suspend outpatient services starting Friday, August 2, due to the hospital's failure to appoint an independent body to oversee its operations. The group includes the Ghana Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists, the Ghana Physiotherapy Association, and the Ghana Society of Radiographers, among 15 other professional associations. Now, the professionals currently managed by the hospital's medical directorate argue that their affairs are not being properly managed, necessitating the creation of a directorate to oversee their affairs. Addressing the media, the local chairman of the chapter, Dr. Francis Kwachi-Enchi, warned that if their demands are not met, a nationwide strike will begin on Monday, August 5.
If the board and management do not advertise for the position of Director of Allied Health today, and by close of today, midnight today, they don't take that step to advertise, on Thursday, that is tomorrow, we are going to start with work to rule, which will aggravate into a full-blown strike. And so on the 2nd of August, which is Friday, we are going to withdraw OPD services. And then on Monday, which is 5th August, we are going to withdraw inpatient services. And then on Tuesday, which is the 6th of August, if management still do not heed to our call, we are going to go into a full-blown strike.
That was the local chairman of the Kolebu chapter of the Federation of Allied Health Professionals, Dr. Francis Kwachi-Enchi.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel where I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind says be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
When you want to eat, just Momo it. Tired of the long queues in the supermarket? Pay with Momo. When you really want that beautiful new blouse, just Momo it. When you want to get a trim and get fresh to impress you know who, just Momo it. When you need to pay your utility bills and domestic staff, Shani Momo. When you want to send love to the family back home, send some Momo. Join the millions of MTN Momo users all over Ghana and live life the brighter way. So just Momo it. MTN.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. Citi Business News. Be informed.
Time now for City Business News on Eyewitness News. My name is Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Details of our stories now. The Bank of Ghana has announced that effective tomorrow, August 1, 2024, all licensed foreign exchange bureaus will be required to request the Ghana card before conducting any transactions. This comes after the launch of a centralized foreign exchange platform. The following news desk report has more.
This mandate follows the launch of a centralized foreign exchange trading platform, which aligns with BOG's objective to ensure the integrity and development of the financial system. This was contained in a statement dated July 30 and signed by the Secretary to the Bank of Ghana, Sandra Thompson. The Bank of Ghana has stressed that all foreign exchange bureaus transactions shall be conducted on the new trading platform. It explains that the platform will improve oversight for directors and management of bureaus and enhance the bank's monitoring and supervision of the operations in compliance with the Foreign Exchange Act and the Anti-Money Laundering Act. The statement added that the platform has been integrated with the National Identification System to ensure all purchases and sales of foreign currencies are performed by verified individuals. This, it said, will also be integrated with a national payments platform to support electronic payment and the receipt of Ghana cedis for foreign currency transactions.
That was a News Desk report. The Bank of Ghana has achieved a $20 million Forex forward auction target in the latest Forex forward auction to bulk oil distribution companies in the country. 10 BDCs participated, submitting bids ranging from 15.10 cedis to 15.55 cedis, with the Bank of Ghana's Forex forward rate set at 15 cedis 56 pesos. Now, the FX support to the BDCs is expected to reduce the dollar liquidity constraints being faced by the oil importers to help in the supply of petroleum products and stabilize prices at the pumps. This aims to reduce uncertainty surrounding forex availability, particularly in the downstream sector for imported fuel, at a time industry players have projected a 2 to 4% reduction in the fuel prices in the first pricing window of August to address consumer concerns. Away from that, the Ministry of Agriculture has denied assertions that the second phase of the Planting for Food and Jobs policy is skewed with several inconsistencies that do not favor farmers. The Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana recently claimed that they are not aware of the criteria for selecting beneficiaries to be given input and demanded answers. Reacting to this in an interview with Citi Business News, the Public Relations Officer at the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, Barbara Tanko, insisted that the mode for distribution of input under the program is fair and transparent.
One, we have the agriculture and agribusiness platform that farmers are supposed to register on. So the first phase has to do with your bio data, with your Ghana card, and you can do it on your own or you are assisted by the extension service officers to do that. Having done that, the second phase is about the extension officer going to map out your farm size. They take the polygon map of your farm size, which is uploaded onto the system. When done, then we have what we call your registration is complete, and then it reflects on the dashboard. Your registration process is complete. In all across the country, we have what we call aggregators. We assign aggregators to these farmers. No way we can bypass that system and give farmers under the PFJ 2.0. If it is the case they are saying it is the selection process is going to be biased, I beg to differ.
Public Relations Officer of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, Barbara Tanko. Now, Deputy Finance Minister Stephen Amoah is making a strong case for a critical examination of the current free market operations in Ghana. He argues that the existing system undermines competitiveness as some market and business operators exploit it to make excessive profit at the expense of consumers. Speaking at the 2024 Financial Economics Seminar in Accra, Dr. Amoah proposed the adoption of a mixed market approach to ensure a level playing field for all stakeholders.
We need to review Ghana's entrepreneurial ecosystem, strengthen and harmonize the key factors. Capacity building, I've said that. World trade policies needs a review to create the required level playing field. Sometimes it's painful. They can bring, we cannot bring. We cannot send. It's something we need to work on. Tax tariffs and other relevant policies to discourage monopoly and excessive importation. Monopoly, oligopoly, cartel. I have different economic policy on this. I don't think a developing economy, free market economy policy is good for us. I think we should have mixed. Mixed where if we see healthy competition on the market, we leave the market forces to decide. But where there is oligopoly, monopoly, or cartel, there should be a price cap policy. Because Ghanaians are generally profiteering, and it affects us. Somebody can make 400% profit. I don't think it's right. It causes distortion and very dysfunctional to the expected equitability. And I don't think that is right.
That was a Deputy Finance Minister, Dr. Stephen Amwa, ending City Business News on Eyewitness News. My name is Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Up next is Point Blank.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Are you feeling tired after a hard day's work? Have you lost your appetite even for your favorite dish? Viral Blood Tonic is a nutritionally balanced, pleasant-tasting tonic fortified with iron and vitamins to boost your appetite and energy levels for high performance. Viral Blood Tonic, easy to take and good for the whole family. Viral from Danex Iting Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. This advert is FDA approved.
Are you a contractor, builder, or a proud homeowner with an eye for quality and security? Well, look no further than Yale. Yale is the trusted name in security for over 180 years. When it comes to securing your home or business, trust Yale. We make security simple, and we're right here in the heart of Accra, Ghana. Visit our stunning showroom on 11th Lane Street, Inosu, Accra, and discover a world of premium Yale products, including door hardware, handles, and door locks that will elevate the security and style of your space. Whether you're building from scratch or renovating, Yale has the perfect solution for you. Our products are known for their durability, innovation, and most importantly, your peace of mind. Visit us today and experience the Yale difference. Your security, our priority. Yale, locking in your peace of mind.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. What time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I don't change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel where I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I'll go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mindset be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
And tonight we're talking about DRIP, not the DRIP that you would hear about. This one is a District Road Improvement Program launched by the government today. So there was a Minister for Roads and Highways there, but I think this program was under the auspices of the Ministry of Local Government Decentralization and Rural Development with support from the Ministry of Information. Now the Deputy Minister at the local government is also the Member of Parliament for Old Tafo, the Honorable Echo Vincent Issafor. He's my guest on Point Blank. You're welcome to Eyewitness News, sir.
Thank you, Mario.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm well. It's been a long day for us.
I know. But did it go well?
Yes, it went well. It went well.
Talk to us about DRIP. What's the government trying to do?
Well, let me say a very good evening to you and to your cherished viewers. I think that road infrastructure is very critical in socio-economic development, every part of the world. And so over the years, as part of government effort to ensure that there's decentralization, there are a number of facets of our life that we have to decentralize. Not only distributing money to assemblies, as per the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, which has been stated under Chapter 22. Not only that, I think that per the mandate of the Ministry of Local Government, it is our duty to ensure that we're able to decentralize all facets of our life. And this time what we are interested in is how we can decentralize our road infrastructure in terms of its development or in terms of its development. What the Ministry of Local Government is doing through DRIP is that in all our districts, we should be able to empower the municipal assemblies, the district assemblies, or if you like, the metropolitan assemblies.
So the local assembly authority, local government authorities.
So that after they have been empowered, they will be able to construct, maintain, and equip their own road infrastructure without necessarily waiting for central government. So if you go to a district like Otafo district, it's the municipal now, so Otafo municipal, it will not take the central government to come down there to, as it were, construct or maintain certain relevant or important or critical routes in the district. The assembly, based on a petition or a request from any of the opinion leaders, will schedule for such a road to be constructed or to be maintained or equipped. And that is what DRIP is all about. At the local level, we are going to ensure that there's road construction, which is supposed to promote trade, is supposed to ensure that people at the local level will have connectivity or easy connectivity to each other, access to essential facilities like the health facilities, educational facilities, and what have you. So government is interested in empowering municipal assemblies, district assemblies, to be able to construct their own roads at the local level.
Currently, the management of our roads, I believe, is divided into urban roads, highways. We have the Ministry of Roads and Highways. We have feeder roads. These are the people who maintain, manage, give contract for the fixing of our roads. Where are you going to fit in a district assembly in this mix? So which road in the district belongs to the feeder roads department? Which one belongs to the urban roads department? Which one is for highways? And which one is the last one, sir?
Well, per the architecture of DRIP, if like the organogram of DRIP, at the assembly level, there's a committee that is going to be formed by the assembly, and is going to be made up of the MMDCs, who is going to be the chair of the committee. Then the MP is going to be a member of the committee.
Whether he's MPP or NDC?
Yes, whether MPP or NDC. Okay. He's going to be a member of the committee. Then if it is for a district, then it means that road, I think at the district they have a department called the road department or whatever.
Yeah, the road department.
If it is the municipal or the metropolitan, then the urban or the urban roads will be a member of that committee. So depending on the status of the assembly, whether it is district or municipal, then the relevant or if you like the applicable department will be part of that committee. Then also the roads department is also going to be part of the committee. So when they come together, then they will decide based on request that this is an important road that needs to be constructed. This is an important road that needs to be maintained or equipped. This is an important road that needs to be, as it were, dealt with as early as possible because it is probably linked to a certain hospital, it is linked to a certain educational facility or what have you. So based on their decision, then the machines will be dispatched for such construction or maintenance to be done. So there is going to be a committee that is going to make that decision, which the MMDCs are going to be the chair of those committees.
Is it not the case that you have become overwhelmed, or you have promised a year of road 2 times, you have failed to deliver, so now you are kicking the can, sort of. You're trying to now push it to the local assemblies to say that, oh, it is outside our mandate now. It's your local authorities who should fix it. And they don't have resources to do this. And how much do they even have to pay a contractor to fix a road?
I disagree with you.
Let's look at your district.
If we were throwing our hands in despair, then trust me, then government will not be interested in providing the necessary machinery. Apart from
what would be the use of the urban roads department, the Ministry of Roads, and the Highways
Authority? Apart from government
now
providing the necessary machinery, it is the duty of government through the DACF to provide 1 million Ghana cedis at the interim in all the districts. We are going to pay into the accounts 1 million Ghana cedis to all the districts government is also obliged or is going to have the responsibility to provide sand. It's going to have the responsibility to provide gravels, cement, and what have you. These supplies are going to be made to the various assembly. Remember, part of the equipment that we are sending to the assembly is excavator, blowbed, backhoe, and what have you. These complements each other for a road construction to happen. And so, yes, feeder roads is going to be there, urban roads are going to be there, but they are going to be part of the existing, or if you like, the committee that has been set up to be able to make decisions as to how these constructions
is this not an unnecessary bureaucracy? I mean, if my road is bad, it's bad. Fixing it, I need the government to fix it. Now, it doesn't matter that there's a committee or not. Come and fix the road. That's what matters. So let's take a road in your district. Do you give it to this committee based on the number of kilometers, or you give it to the district people based on the level of deterioration? At what point do you, as a resident, decide that I'm going to the ministry to say my road is not good, or the urban roads department if you were in Accra, or the feeder roads department? Does it mean henceforth we should not go to these ones, always go to the assembly and say get our road fixed?
Two things. The committee, Somoto, can decide which of the roads will have to be maintained at every point in time. Secondly, a citizen of that assembly, an opinion leader like a chief, the assembly members or what have you, can also petition the committee. Then the committee will schedule when that road will have to be constructed. I have told you the committee is already inclusive of the said department that you're talking about, that is feeder or urban roads. They are included in the committees. And for that matter, even though hitherto or before now it used to be their responsibility, and they are also going to be working with the Ministry of Roads and Highways on separate road construction. But this strategy is supposed to complement the already existing strategy in constructing roads in our various districts. That is the Ministry of Roads and Highways. If the Ministry of Roads and Highways is not going to have any role to play, then of course you may as well scrap that ministry. But this is just a complementary strategy to support our road construction in this country, so that at the various, or if you like, the barest minimum at the local level, you have most of our roads being maintained.
Let's look at the package you are giving to. Is it districts you are targeting or constituencies? It's district, right?
It's district.
So each district is getting what exactly? What's the full package?
So each district, I wish I brought my manual here, but each district
I've seen some information
is going to get an excavator.
I've seen some information.
Yes, each district is going to get an excavator. Each district is going to get a water tank, a wheel loader, a motor grader, and a roller.
It's not that it's not that a district to get just one of these. You get the full complement.
So
because
depending,
I'm looking at the letter that was written by your MP asking for information, and I'll come to that. He lists a 6x4 tipper truck, a water tank truck, a wheel loader, a motor grader, and a roller. These are 5 vehicles. Would each district in Ghana get all these 5, or you get one of the 5?
This is not even exhaustive.
There's more than this.
Yes, because there's a backhoe which is supposed to be part of it. Yeah, and they didn't mention that excavator, which is also supposed to be part of it. It is the full complement of this that each district is going to get. But mind you,
each district get all of these.
All of this. But mind you, there are some metropolitans that had about 4 or 5 constituencies in there. It is a strategy of the Ministry of Local Government that if there's a metropolitan, for example, KMA, with 5 or 6 constituencies, it is proper that you're able to give them more than 1 or 2. So you can give them about 4 or 5 so that each constituency can have one. Apart from that, it is supposed to be for districts. If you come to Accra Metropolitan Assembly, where it is one metropolitan, you cannot say that you're just giving them 1 excavator and 1 backhoe because it is a metropolitan. No. You have to now...
You have sub-metros and three constituencies.
Yes, and give it to the constituencies so that the constituencies can have that management. So it means that the mayor will be part of each of these committees to help in the decision making as far as the construction and maintenance of those roads are concerned.
You've also said that stones and sand will be provided?
Yes.
So does it mean ab initio from today, let's say Senate District, for instance, or Ikuapem South District, by tomorrow they should have all these vehicles and trip loads of sand and gravel? Is that what your plan is?
To be honest,
on a need basis?
To be honest with you, it cannot be tomorrow because we are now supposed to send the equipment to the various districts. We are anticipating that within the next 2-3 weeks, we should have been able to submit, or if you like, distribute all these machines to the various districts.
Do we have all the machines in the country?
I get the impression that about 70 or 80% of them are here.
Out of over 2,000 vehicles?
Yes, 2,400. Different of like varieties of equipment.
Okay.
In the next 3 weeks, I get the indication from the suppliers that we should have been able to have the full complement of the contractual agreement in terms of the equipment that are supposed to be.
Who is importing these vehicles?
Well, I think today it was very clear. It is a contract between GA Plant Pool and Jospon Group of companies and the government.
So Jospon, GA Plant Pool,
yes.
They are the ones who are doing the contract. So
yes.
Government pays them to execute this.
Absolutely.
So they own the vehicles, or we own the vehicles?
We own the vehicles.
So we pay them?
We pay them.
What's their role? Importing, or they do maintenance? And what do they do?
Well, so as part of the contractual agreement, I think there's a 2-year warranty that is supposed to guide, or if you like, protect the equipment. So for the next 2 years, the company that supplied that the GA Plant Pool, of course, the company in China is doing that through these companies,
okay.
And they are already here. They are going to maintain this equipment for the next 2 years. We are hoping that in the next 2 years, after that, the warranty has expired or is exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
It is contemplated that government should have been able to find a way that they can have, if you like, to manage the equipment after that exhaustion.
Have we paid for all the 2,400 vehicles?
I may have to check the records, but I don't think all of them has been paid. I may have to check the records.
But who is paying? Is it the District Assembly Common Fund, or the local government ministry, or the government through another? Where is the payment coming from?
The District Assembly Common Fund.
How much in total are we paying for the 2,400 vehicles?
Well, I may have to double check again. I was in a meeting with the Minister of State. I think we've seen a petition from my colleague,
yes, Mahama
Ayariga. And so we were trying to put the information together to be able to.
He wants you to tell us the payment.
Because remember, the contract is between the office of the president, if like the chief of staff office, and the company. It was not necessarily
not the
done,
District Assembly Common Fund?
Not between the District Assembly's Common Fund is the sole financier of the project, but the contract is between the chief of staff office and GA Plant Pool, or if like the Jospon company.
But you are the ministry with oversight.
Absolutely.
So the MP wants to know the payment schedule for the equipment, the total payment in respect for the equipment as of now, and the total cost of the district road improvement program. Which of these 3 questions can you answer?
Well, it is within his right to do so. Of course, pursuant to the right to information bill, and so I cannot sit here to give such information.
No, you did a grand launch today. At least you should give us a figure and say, when you were going to do free SHS, you told us how much you plan to spend on it. At least if you're doing this, something as big as, you should tell us what the budget is. What's the budget?
So I'm saying that within the next few days, you know, we have about 30 days to respond to this.
No, don't forget the 30 days part. You did a grand launch today.
The law is that.
Forget. I'm not asking you a question.
You are the same person who
I have withdrawn the Ayariga
You can't withdraw it.
I'm
Let's have a conversation.
I'm asking you a public question that you did a launch today where you outdoored earth moving equipment.
Right.
How much is that whole project called DRIP going to cost? How much?
Well, I may have to check the records. I don't want to. I think I have a figure of head, but
so give us a figure.
I'm not so sure. But let me check the records so that I can give you the right figure.
But would you be able to tell us what percentage of this has been paid yet?
No, I can't.
Okay, but that would be very significant. We need to know.
I know. You definitely know. That's what I'm saying, that there's a petition to that effect. We will put that information.
Mahama Ayariga makes a comment that some assemblies may not need road. That will not be their priority. Their priority could be water. Their priority could be toilet facilities, maybe a school. Why are you taking a huge chunk of their common fund and using it to buy excavators for them when they don't need that?
I don't know which district in our country which will not need a road.
No, they need, but priority, maybe that's not their priority.
But I'm saying that it is proper for us to be able to know that in its entirety, in terms of percentage, I can tell you that about 95% of our district that needs roads to be able to ensure there's enough connectivity, there's access.
Have you asked them and they told you that's their priority area?
Of course, there have been needs assessment that has been done before this. Don't forget we have MMDCs, we have the national security and what have you. So I know that roads construction and road maintenance is very critical. Even in my constituency, that I believe that we are in the center of Kumasi, that's the greater Kumasi. I can tell you, we have some few roads that will have to be constructed, and so this will come a long way to be able to support our maintenance as far as road construction, or if you like, road maintenance is concerned.
Is this not going to be another bureaucracy? Who is going to maintain the vehicles? The issue of maintenance. He says that when they were in power, they brought in some equipment. Those equipments were rotting away. They had to be auctioned. What is your plan to maintain these equipment so they don't rot? Well,
so as part of the committees, the 48th Engineer Regiment is also supposed to be part of the committee that has been formed to ensure discipline, to ensure that persons with any intent or who is contemplating that they are going to use this for their private purposes will be dealt with. The President was very clear today that these machines or these equipments are having trackers in them, and so if anybody who wishes that he wants to have the law being, if you like, the law dealing with such a person, then of course you may want to go on that tangent. You cannot cross your border when the machines enter your district. So for example, if it enters Old Tafo constituency, the borders of Old Tafo constituency has been marked. It is being tracked at the central level. As soon as it crosses from Pankrono to Etimetim, you know you have a problem. You cannot also give an excuse that you're going to buy sand, you're going to buy gravel, whatsoever. No, such cannot be done. All that has been told, or if you like, the operational manual that we've given to the committees will have to be followed, will have to be adhered to strictly, without any excuses whatsoever.
So if it breaks down, who will fix it?
We have 2-year warranty as we speak. But after that, I think that the company, if you like, government will have a way to be able to deal with it.
Can I come and rent it from the assembly and go and use it for my private purposes?
For now, it is not part of the arrangement. You cannot rent it for any private use.
Who is going to fuel it? Because we have issues with the release of funds for assemblies. They don't have money to fuel their motorbikes that they use for monitoring purposes in education and in health. You've now brought this huge machine and put it at the assembly for them. Can they really run it? Can they fuel it?
It is the responsibility of DACF to fuel it. As I said, 1 million Ghana cedis is going to be paid to the
all
council.
Of them?
Yes, and we are also going to supply them with fuel. So
and that's coming right away? When is the 1 million coming?
I'm sure from next week. I think the discussion that we had today when we met the MMDCs, that by next week we should be able to have that money hitting the account.
Thank you so much for joining us for Point Bank tonight.
Thank you, Omari.
That's Honorable Eko Vincent Asafwa, MP for Old Tafo and Deputy Minister for Local Government Decentralization and Rural Development. My name is Umaru Sandamado. This has been Eyewitness News, produced by Kobina Wilson, Beverly London, and Sami Wiafi. Technical support from Emmanuel Lati. New media support from Edwin Kwakofi. Up next, we bring you Face to Face, a playback of a show that I do on Channel 1 television. Last night, my guest was the Member of Parliament for Obuasi West, Honorable Kweku Kwatin, who says that he has sort of seen a different light than the political light that he has been involved in the past. He wants things done differently. He says the rate at which we are borrowing as a country, our future doesn't look hopeful if we proceed in the manner. Let's stop the borrowing. Let's fix our problems here. He's essentially a member of Fix the Country, Kweku Kwatin. He's a member of the NPP, though. You want to stay tuned in and listen to this conversation. For listening to us, Eyewitness News will be back tomorrow at 17:30 GMT. Good night.